Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review of these Pro Mex Combatiente Pro Fight Gloves. So stay tuned. Alright guys, today we have these Pro Mex Combatiente Pro Fight Gloves in 10 ounce XL. We'll do a close-up weigh-in and review on. Obviously I got mine in this royal blue and gold color scheme with a contrasting white. It's a full genuine leather constructed glove made in Pakistan. So not to be misled, but these are not made in Mexico, even though it kind of indicates that's where it's from. These are actually just inspired by the Reyes branding. So Pro Mex is actually a title branded product, and they made the Pro Mex line just to kind of compete with Reyes at a little bit more affordable price point. So for those of you that really want a Mexican style or inspired glove and don't want to break your bank, then you can go with Pro Mex. Full leather construction, you can see here, has a full attached thumb, a medium-sized grip bar, double stitching right there, no ventilated holes, gold piping, white laces that are nice and long, and the Pro Mex patch on the back says Professional Pro Mex Mexico. Obviously you have that on the back that looks like the Reyes logo. Inside is a satin nylon liner. It says made in Pakistan. Obviously this is a pro fight glove which is made for sanctioned bouts. So you have each round, which goes by 6 rounds each, and however many times this glove is used for a fight, they mark that off, and when it's completely marked off, you can no longer use this in an actual sanctioned bout. So just kind of give you guys a close-up of the stitching, the leather. And these are easily one of my favorite, if not my favorite, title branded glove for various reasons, which I'll discuss with you here in a little bit. But overall, really nice looking glove, very compact, very reminiscent of like the No Boxing, No Life fight gloves and the Grant Pro Fight gloves. You can tell that's kind of where they got their inspiration for these gloves from, but at a much better price point. So let's go ahead and put these on the scale. These are 10 ounce XLs, meaning that these are going to be 10 ounces, but the actual hand compartment size is a little bit more accommodating for people with longer fingers or larger hands. So you can see it's spot on. 10 ounces on the left. Let's go ahead and do the, or should I say 10 ounces on the right. Let's try the left glove. And the left glove is right at 10 ounces as well. This lace and loop might be adding like 0.1 ounce. So take it for what it is. These gloves are exactly on weight, both being 10 ounces. Great looking gloves. Let's go ahead and do the review. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of these Pro Mex Combatiente Pro Fight Gloves. I got mine in this blue and gold color scheme. This is a Pro Fight glove, so obviously it only comes in lace up and not a Velcro closure. It comes in 6 different color schemes, including this one. I believe they have a darker navy blue. They also have a black and a white, a red and a green. They have several different colors, so make sure you guys check it out on Title's website. Sizing wise, they have it in 8 ounce, 10 ounce, and 10 ounce XL. The 10 ounce XL is what I got here. And basically what it is, just because I use this primarily for training, is the 10 ounce XL gives you a little bit more room inside the glove. So it's a little bit more accommodating for longer fingers or just larger hands. It doesn't affect the actual weight of the glove. They're still 10 ounces because you can't have larger gloves than that, especially for the sanctioned bout. But it does accommodate longer fingers and a little bit larger hands. Now, this is Pro Mex, which means that it is a title branded product. Pro Mex is a kind of a Mexican inspired boxing glove and gear line that kind of resembles the Coleto Reyes glove line, but at a much more affordable price point. And this glove in particular is made in Pakistan, but that's not to say this glove is not an excellent glove. It's definitely probably up there in my top 2, if not one of my favorite title products. One thing you notice when you're looking at it is that the profile and the actual just fit, feel, and finish of this glove reminds me of the Grant Pro Style fight gloves, as well as the No Boxing, No Life HH fight gloves. A lot more compact, slim design, excellent thumb. And I would guess that even maybe Title got a hold of a pair of Grant fight gloves and maybe even sent it to Pakistan for them to kind of tear the glove apart, for them to kind of replicate it and maybe improve it a little bit, and bring the price down a lot lower, and you end up with this glove. And that's where I really feel that this glove excels, aside from the affordability of it is how well this glove performs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this gloves out. You can see right here that it has full leather construction, genuine cowhide leather. There's nothing synthetic on here. The blue color looks really nice and vibrant. Kind of reminds me of a royal blue. You do have that Pro Mex with the title logo, the T in the middle, Professional Mexico right here. That's printed on the back of the glove. You do have a cloth stitched on patch that says the same thing, Pro Mex on the back. It is a flat cuff with the hinge point right here. Double stitching throughout. You do have a solid colored thumb in the gold. The attached thumb is a longer piece of leather that attaches the thumb to the index finger portion of the glove. The palm side, it is a split color. You have the blue and the gold, as well as gold piping, double stitching, and a fairly good sized grip bar right there that says official. White laces, again, double stitching there. You know, average padding around the wrist. Typically in fight gloves, you don't see a ton of padding, obviously for reasons of balancing the weight. And when you're getting into a fight, you want a little bit more flexibility. So you typically don't see a lot of padding on a fight glove, obviously for weight reasons and for flexibility. And typically you have all of this taped off anyways. The main component of protecting your hands, other than the glove in a pro fight, would be your hand wrap. So you're really relying on whoever wraps your hands to really do an excellent job on really making sure that your hands and your wrist and your forearms are protected during your fight. But you can see there, I'd say that's about 1/8 of an inch of medium density padding, about 1/4 of an inch on the back of the wrist. Inside uses a satin nylon liner, which is very comfortable, especially in this fingertip compartment. And I'll kind of go in more detail here in a little bit. Gloves, again, made in Pakistan. You do have the round tag right there that gets marked off as these gloves are used during a sanctioned bout. So overall, you can see it has a very compact, slim profile. And I love the way these look, and the fact that you get a good variety of colors to choose from makes it a really attractive glove to choose from when you're looking for maybe a smaller glove to train with. Maybe you're not a pro and you're not going to be in a pro fight, but you want something smaller to work on speed. This is definitely a great glove for that. Quality-wise, these gloves are actually really nice. I mean, haven't found any flaws with this. You can see that the leather has more of a wrinkly, softer, pliable look to it. It reminds me of the Everlast MX. These actually were sitting in my gym bag, so there's a little bit of a dent. But the kind of foam they use on here is a combination of EVA, which the EVA is a little bit more of a denser kind of foam, which really absorbs the shock, gives you a little bit more pop. You have the horsehair, which really gives you that visceral feedback. And then you have the layered foam, which acts kind of like a compression for the shock absorption. So you have horsehair, layered foam, as well as EVA all combined in this knuckle area. But you can see it's a very broken in, very soft looking glove. Very nice quality leather. The leather looks really good on the thumb. I didn't have any issues with the stitching. I mean, you can see some of the stitching is reinforced pretty nicely along the thumb right there. No issues with the actual symmetry. The lines of the stitching looks all intact. One area I would have liked to see a little bit better is maybe the piping here. You can see that it's kind of fraying a little bit on the edge of the stitching right here. Again, if we're just being nitpicky, we're just looking for issues, that's probably one small one. Stitching where the thumb, the piping, and the wrist meet right there, you can just see that area right there. Probably could have been done a little cleaner. Stitching along the wrist looks really good. On the edges, looks all nicely reinforced. The padding feels pretty good all throughout the back of the glove, all the way up to the knuckle area. You can see the padding is actually bonded nicely to the inside of the leather. All the leather is tucked in nicely into the fingertip compartment. The stitching for the actual attached thumb looks good. The liner is really nice on the inside. You can see that it has that satin nylon liner that looks good, and the piping around the cuff is stitched in really nicely. So they did a really good job with putting this glove together, especially for a fight glove. I think the quality on these are really, really nice. Now, comfort-wise, these gloves are phenomenal. You slide your hand in here, it feels natural. There's nothing that bothers you. There's no pinch points, no areas of pressure against your hand. And again, like I said earlier, these gloves really remind me of like the Grant Pro Style gloves, but just a little bit more comfortable on the inside, and even the No Boxing, No Life HH Champion fight gloves I did a review on. Very comparable to those two. But you put your hand in here, and even though I've been using these for several weeks now, right when I got them and I pulled them out of the box, they were already broken in. I mean, there's literally no effort to open and close your hands. And obviously these are pro fight gloves, so you're gonna get a little bit more flexibility with these gloves, but they feel excellent. Thumb feels excellent, great placement. Some issues I had with like the Everlast Elite gloves was this piece of piping really just biting down on my thumb. In these gloves, you don't have that issue. Nice finger compartment. The liner feels excellent on the inside too, especially in this fingertip compartment. You can feel that layer of foam kind of butted up against your finger. And that liner is just really super soft. They also did a really nice job of rolling some of that liner material underneath your fingertip and covering the stitching. So it feels really soft, almost like a silk. So when you put your hand in here, it feels super comfortable. Kind of surprising, they added a little bit more details than you typically would find with some of the other Title gloves. So I think they did an excellent job of really honing this glove down to give you what you want in a Mexican style fight glove. So the comfort is definitely there. I mean, obviously the wrist support, it is what it is with that for a fight glove. It's decent. You know, you're not getting this to be just a flat out bag glove where you can just wail away and expect the most, protection and support for your wrist. Obviously that's what a bag glove is for. But other than that, I mean, they're just super comfortable. Even if you have larger hands, I think you would be fine because this glove really conforms to your hand really well. It's not stiff at all. There's gloves that you get and it just takes weeks, if not months, just to really get the leather really broken down and the foams to really just start to really soften up. And with these, there's right off the bat, they're super comfortable. Protection and performance on these gloves, again, are phenomenal. I was really surprised just because this was a horsehair EVA layered glove, but the big thing that stuck out to me was the fact that they use EVA in this. And because of that, you get kind of that puncher's feel, but with a little extra layer of protection and shock absorption. So you can see, like, you can get an excellent pop out of this. And I know there's a lot of you that really like gloves that give you that really nice cracking feeling when you're hitting the bag, and you definitely get it with these gloves. You can see that punching surface, nice and flat. You can land on those two front knuckles. With the EVA, it does a really good job of absorbing the shock, and when it kind of really compresses down with the layered foam and the horsehair, it kind of comes to a stop. So you're not going to just bottom out with these gloves. And I think the fact that they used the multi-layered foam, the EVA with the horsehair, did a really great job of kind of combining the little bits of good things of other gloves and combining it into one glove. But the protection and performance there, you can see has good balance to the glove as well. So it's not top heavy. And these gloves are definitely one of the best gloves I've used, even for a Title product. They're definitely up there in terms of just the way they feel, how comfortable they are. So cost-wise, these gloves are $99, so $100. But you can get 20% off right off the bat if you sign up for Title Boxing's newsletter. I know I've done that before in the past. They also do, Title's one of the companies that does a really good job of doing coupons or the discount codes for any of the major holidays. So there's always a time where you're gonna find Title where they give you a discount code, 20% or even more. So in my mind, you can always get this at a discounted price. Even at $100, I think these are well worth it, to be honest with you. I'm actually thinking about getting another pair or two just in case they discontinue the glove. I know Title also has a habit of doing that where they'll come out with a glove I really like and they'll discontinue it, they'll replace it with something else and kind of call it a different name and use different technology verbiage in it. But this right here for sure is probably up there as my favorite Title glove. I'm trying to think back what other gloves I've used. I've used so many gloves, so it's hard to keep track of it, but they're definitely up there. So if you're looking for a Mexican style kind of balanced, protective, that gives you good crack on the bag, on the pads, or if you're a pro and you're looking for something that you want to use in a fight and you need something protective, but you really want to be able to get that broken in feeling, something that's really kind on your hands, and I think this would be a great choice for you. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Pro Mex gloves, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.